Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 1, Text 24. Pranamya dandavad bhumav upataste rahananjaleh Varshahamsa suparna sathan svais chenais chache netan. Offering obeisances. Like a rod, he fell down. With all the paraphernalia for worship, folding his hands. A bull, a swan, and the spiritual vehicle, bird, were situated and recognized by their own symbols. And they were each with or on their own carrier. Text 25. Krpavalukena hasadvadanendupalam betan tarochesha pratehatenemilya munirakshani. Glancing with mercy, smiling with faces, appearing much satisfied by their glaring aura, being dazzled. The sage closed his eyes. Text 26 and 27. Chatastat pravanam yujnyan astavit samhatanjaleh slakshnaya suktaya vacha sarva loka gariyasah atrirvacha vesbhava steteleyashu vibhajyamanayar maya gunayar anduyugam vigrahita deha te brahma vishnu girisa pranato smeham vas tabyah kaiva bhavatam eho pahuta. His heart was fixed on them in his prayers. Well, he could have been praying on their side, for example. And he prayed with folded hands, ecstatically, with words that were honorable all over the world. After he said, the universe has its creation, maintenance, and its indestruction. As it's divided by the external modes, according to the different ages, they accept bodies. The creator, the maintainer, the destroyer. I'm bowed unto you. From them who certainly are of the divine personality. By me here, you're called for. Now, there's formulas I use that thus refer to the personality of God and also refer to God as creator, maintainer, destroyer, all in the same passage, you could say, are not just destroyer or creator, but that simplifies that whole thing. Text 28. Eko maya bhagavan vivida pradhanais cheti krta prajananaya katham nu yuyam atragatastanu bhartam manaso pe durad bruta prasidata mahaneha vismayome. And they're one by me here. The great personality of God. I use the various paraphernalia, fixing the mind, for begetting a child. Why and however are all of you here appeared as embodied in the minds? Although you're far beyond, kindly explain, being merciful to me. Very great is this doubt of mine. And so, you had these forms that kind of remind you. A bull, a swan, and the Garuda bird, creator, maintainer, destroyer are also auspicious, so your afterlife has more to do with the revelation and the being that takes the revelators, as they're called, on their journey. Text 29. Maetreya uvacha ete tasya vacha srutva trayaste vibhudarshabah pratyahu slakshnaya vacha prahasya tamrashim prabho. Maitreya said, upon thus hearing these words, all three demagogues are chiefs, and they reply gently with voices, smiling unto him as a great and mighty sage, or him who is the great and mighty sage. Text 30. Deva uchah yatha kirtaste sankalpo bhavyam tenaiva nanyatha sat sankalpasya te brahman yad vaye vyayate te vayam. The light beings replied, oh, so it's kind of like those names in the Bible that end in yah or al, iya, el, that sort of thing. They're beings belonging to God. As is done by you, there is a determination that it's to be done by that, not otherwise. One whose determination of you is such is never lost. Oh, Supreme, we were certainly meditating on all of them. So, all the divine names. Because if you're attached to any particular name, then you end up attaining to that world eventually. Text 31. Let me double check. Athasmadam sabutaste atmajaluka visruta bhavitaronga badram te visrapsyante cha teyasa. Therefore, our plenary expansions are as your sons, famous in the world. In the future, they'll be born great dear sages, and it'll be only of good fortune to you as the spreading of your reputation. Text 32. Evam kama varam dattva pratijagmuh surasvara sabhajitas tayo samyag dampatyur mishatos tata. Thus desiring the benediction, the offering returned to the chief controller, being worshipped. Well, they were perfectly as husband and wife, and they were looking on from there. Now, it's important you just don't have a spiritually valid marriage, but it's important that you operate, the consummation or the child producing and giving birth and all that. You operate those with certain principles and certain intentions. Text 33. Sumo Bud Brahmano Masena Dato Vishnos tu Yoga Vit Durvasa Sankaras Yamso Nibudangirasa Praja. The moon appeared of the Creator's partial expansion. People have ideas of the sun and moon like they're eyes of God, but, again, they're belonging to, they're not exactly, you look up at the sun and the moon and they're, you're actually seeing the eye of God. It's not like that statement in regards to a being on earth or something that you see its eye. Datta of Vishnu was only a very powerful yogi. Durvasa was a partial expansion of the destroyer. And just to understand this, through the generations of the great sage Angira. Text 34. Sraddhatavangirasa patni chatasro sutta kanyaka sindivali kuhuvraka katurthe anumatis tatha. Sraddha, the wife of Angirasha, gave birth to 4 daughters: Sunivali, Kuhu, and Raka. The 4th one was Anu Mate, and we have the word for also, Tatha, and we have the word for but, to, but in English we don't really need to say that for it to make sense, and it doesn't really make sense if we add that. Text 35. Tat putrav aparav astam khyatau svarocheshe natare utathyo bhagavan sakshad brahmishtascha barhaspate. other sons of his were born that were famous in the Svarotchisha of the Manu, of Utatya, and in regards to the personality of God, they were directly fully advanced, like Burhaspata. And text 36, Pulastyo janayat patnyam angastyam cha havirbhuve sonya janmane dahragnir visravascha maha tapah. The sage Pulastya made his wife pregnant, and her next birth was Havirbhu. Oh wait, okay, this mixed up. Okay, he got Havirbhu pregnant with Agastya as the next birth. Who's digesting fire. And he was gratefully powerful because of his austerity. And his name was Visrava. Text 37. Tasya yaksha patir deva kuberastav idavida suta ravana kumbhakarnascha tathanyasyam vibhishana. He was the king of the Yakshas, and from Idavida he had the son Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and also Vibhishana. Oh, and the idea is that his wife was as an angel. And text 38, Pulahasya gatir bharya trin asuta sati sutan karma srashtam variyamsam sahishnum cha mahamate. Of Pulaha, through his wife Gata, was